We're only on day 3 of the offseason and it's been crazy already. But here are the 5 worst moves that have been made so far. Boston made some interesting moves, but this is probably one of the worst ones. They went and signed the new Hack-a-Shaq player in the NBA who cannot shoot free throws to save his life. And congratulations Mitchell Robinson on the championship, but what have you done to earn this much money? Now, on top of that, you have another backup center, Kata, who averages more points than you, stays out of foul trouble, shoots way better shooting percentage than you. So did we just sign a worse version of your starting center and gave him way more money? You could have went and tried to at least get Robert Williams back, who's playing magnificent right now, but instead you downgraded. You have to remember the Knicks just won the finals with him and they didn't want to bring him back. Doesn't that make you wonder why? Well, let me tell you, this coming season he's going to show you why, and also why he's overpaid. At number 4, we have to talk about Walker Kessler. The Lakers gave up multiple first-round picks and pick swaps, basically giving them no tradable picks for the next 5 or more years. And look, not all of this is Walker Kessler's fault because a lot of it has to do with LeBron, but that's another story for another time. But people want to say he blocks shots, he's a lob threat, he's a sniper. He's not like that. We don't even have enough data for that information. He only played a few games last season, and you're signing him to this much money. Meanwhile, you basically have the same player in DeAndre Ayton who can be a little bit more healthier, who's a little bit more aggressive. I mean, I really don't think you upgraded at all. I think you just got a mirror image of DeAndre Ayton. Luka Doncic needs a player like Derek Lively when he had him in the finals. Kind of like Jackson Hayes, but you just got rid of him. Number 3 has to be Ja Morant. Portland added another point guard to the backcourt when they already have Damian Lillard, Drew Holiday, and Scoot Henderson. That's 4 guards. 4. None of them are even catch and shoot guys, just Damian Lillard. So why did we get a point guard instead of a shooting guard? On top of that, all of them need the rock in their hand to be effective. So how is this going to work? And here's who actually pays for this the most. Deni Avdija. He just had an all-star season running the point for this team. Now he's going to watch his usage get carved up by 3 ball-dominant guards. Portland didn't even fix their weakness. They created a traffic jam and called it a super team. Mark it down. I give it 3 months into the season before people are talking about trade rumors. I just don't see how this offense works with more than 3 ball-dominant players. At number 2 is going to be a combination of the Celtics and the Sixers, but I honestly don't even know who won this trade. Boston got a 36-year-old Paul George who just finished serving a suspension for violating the NBA's anti-drug policy. And don't get me wrong, Paul George still looks good on film, but we have to talk about him staying healthy and consistent because that hasn't been a thing for 2 years. He's also ball dominant, same as Jason Tatum. So Boston goes from Brown and Tatum fighting over touches to now maybe Tatum and George doing the same dance. The only reason I'd say Boston wins this long term is because the draft capital they got back. That's it. That's the whole case. Now on Philly's side, I think the Sixers got worse. Brown's not going to be putting up MVP conversation numbers on this roster because Joel Embiid needs those touches. Tyrese Maxey has to have the ball in his hands. And now you're hurting your second-year piece, VJ Edgecombe, burying him behind these guys. It's just sad. 2 teams, 1 trade. Nobody actually won this. Before we get to number 1, leave a like, comment where I've been wrong, where I've been right, and also subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. There's also a Discord in the description where we're going to be doing draft battles. At number 1, it's LeBron James. I know he hasn't announced where he's going, but he knows where he's going at this point. At first, it seemed like he was going to Golden State, but now it makes sense. He's going back home to Cleveland. He's doing all of this for his biopic, his last dance like Jordan, and he's going to go back home is how it's going to end in Cleveland. It's really kind of corny how he's waiting to announce just so he can get the phone calls to show in his biopic. All the phone calls of the teams trying to recruit him at 41 years old. It's honestly a little embarrassing because you're probably making the Cavs worse. The Knicks just swept the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals, and you think this is the missing piece? Have you noticed a trend in this video of ball dominant players not working together and you want to do Harden, Donovan Mitchell, and LeBron James? This is the same situation in LA when you had Luka and Austin Reeves, and Luka's the best scorer in the NBA. It'd be cool if you said I just want to go home and retire, but you're saying you want to go somewhere where you can compete for a championship. And if that's true, does LeBron stop the Knicks' offense? Honestly, tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm listening.